Hey, it's Dirk with DMP Home Inspection. I really want to thank you all for joining us today. I want to actually thank InterNACHI for sponsoring this and giving us this opportunity to actually clarify more mentor moments for those entrepreneurs out there, not just for home inspectors, but for business purposes. If you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, or someone who believes that work should have meaning, this show is definitely for you. Today, we're going to be digging into one of the most powerful tools you have, your message. Not just Tangelin logo. I'm talking about those words you say and write every day that either attract people or leave them confused. So let me ask you, when someone asks, what do? Do you light up and give a clear, confident answer that grabs your attention, or do you kind of fumble through a generic response like that and hope that they follow up? Don't worry. I've been there too. And I have been a salesman for 15 years before I got into the home inspector business. So I really got a chance to understand how to deliver a message. And marketing is part of delivering. You never really sell your product, you're selling yourself. And that is the number one rule in sales. You always sell yourself. There's a million other home inspectors out there. There's 1,000 of them just around my little area. And yet I'm still booked out 2 weeks. Of course, I only do one home inspection per day, and I can do other things like this. So your marketing message is, and it should be really a heartbeat of who you are and how you communicate. It's the answer to that question, why should I do business with you? If you're not clever wording or complicated buzzwords, you got to make it clear. You have to make it clear. The message should help someone instantly understand what problem you solve and how you can help them with their lives, making it a little bit better. If you confuse them, you're going to lose that opportunity. So confuse, you lose. That's kind of how it works. We live in a noisy world and people don't have time to guess what you do. If they don't get it right away, they move on. Let me tell you, when someone calls my inspection company and says, hey, I'm looking for a home inspector, the first words out of my mouth are, have you checked out 3, if not 4 other home inspectors before calling us? 99% of their answer is no. And I often say, you should. Okay, this basically tells them in the background that I'm the best. You can check out other home inspectors, because the reason why I do that is so that they have a good understanding of what value I bring versus any other home inspector. A lot of people don't want to do that because they're scared that they're going to go somewhere else. I can guarantee that they don't. When I'm mentoring other home inspectors, the first thing I say is, you're the best. And they're like, well, what about you? No, you're the best. This is the attitude you have to do. For years, I tell people I do home inspections, and you know what? That's true, but it's compelling. It's not complete. It sounds like just a job title. I'm a home inspector. No, I help families make confident decisions. That's my job. I help people buying a home or selling their house to understand what's going on. That generally gets their attention. I often speak of the why, the emotional connection. I don't want you to be in a bad house. When someone calls me up and says, okay, how much experience do you have? Well, I've had over 3,000 plus home inspections that I've done, and I'm still learning. I have over 110 certifications, and I'm still learning. You know what those 110 certifications say? It says that I don't know enough, and I want to continue to learn. That's a real need. I don't want people to be falling into that money pit when they're buying their house. I want them to be confident, and I want them to understand, hey, this guy's got my back. Matter of fact, I have a lot of customers that call me back time and time again just because I have a good relationship. So when you build that trust, you build that relationship, you're marketing yourself as the expert. So think different, think simple, think clean. It's not about the specs, it's about the identity. You're gonna have those moments where you're gonna lose clients. That's okay as long as you learn how to reel them in. And you don't want every client too, just FYI. Your small business can do the same, just on a more personal level. Personalize your strategic planning as you go about your business. When you're looking for certain things, you want to make sure that you're planning ahead. I always think 2 or 3 steps ahead. When I'm doing a home inspection, I always start at the front of the door and I work my way to the right or to the left. Okay. When I hit that door, I go the exact opposite direction because it's going to give me more clarity. It's going to understand what's going on in the house. Okay. The reason why I do that is because I've learned that there are certain things that you're going to miss. And the same thing's true when you're doing your business. There are certain things that you're going to miss. You need to have accountability. You need to check your work, check your work, check your work. So how do you actually build a strong, clear marketing message? It's really a simple formula, and you should probably write this down. Number 1, who do you help? Okay. Number 2, what problems do they have? Number 3, what solutions do you offer? Number 4, what's the result of success they experience? Okay, let's walk through my business. Who am I going to help? I'm going to help the home buyers, right? What is their problem? They're nervous about buying a house with hidden issues. Who do they trust? Right? That's really the big key right there. Trustworthy. My solutions, a thorough, honest, easy to understand home inspection. That's what I do. The success is the peace of mind and confidence in their purpose. And if you're with InterNACHI, you can also add in certain things like the buyback guarantee and things like that to make those customers really feel like they got something more valuable with you. Now, if you're a different business type owner, you want to make sure like you're doing a blog, you're teaching your customers about your business. People are lazy, so they're not going to take all your advice and do it themselves because people are lazy. I've had probably a good 15, 20 people shadow me throughout the years, and I teach them how I do my home inspections, and I'm a lot more thorough. Does that mean that I'm going to get every single inspection out there? No, because maybe I'm too thorough for some people, and realtors don't like that. And some realtors do. Those are the ones I really want to work with. So my message becomes, we help home buyers avoid costly surprises by providing thorough, honest inspections so they can buy with confidence or leave the platform. Now, try plugging in your own answers, okay? Who are you going to help? What's their problem? What's your solution? And the success in the end. You'll be amazed on how powerful a 1-sentence message can be. You can use this message in your elevator pitch too, on your website, in your email signature, wherever you want. You can use this little program here to actually help you get your message across. Okay. Like I just said, when someone calls me, if I say, have you checked out 3, if not 4 other home inspectors? That's my marketing pitch. That's saying, hey, I know how confident I am. I know what to do and I do it well. That's my marketing pitch. Your marketing message isn't about the ads or the brochure. It shows up. It shows up in your confidence. It shows up on your business cards. It shows up on your email signature, your website header. What you say at networking events and meetings is how you are in your message, okay? How your team answers the phone. If you have multi people working, when someone calls, hey, this is Dirk with DMP, I say that with confidence, with love. Matter of fact, if my wife even calls me, and sometimes I'll even answer the phone like that just because I'm so used to saying, hey, it's Dirk with DMP Home Inspection. Okay. If your team can't say your message in one sentence, your customers won't remember it either. So consistently build trust. The more often people hear a clear, consistent message from you, the more they're going to believe it, because that's what it's all about. It's about trust, bringing in that extra line of defense for your company to grow. That's what we want to see. We want to see growth. We want to see action. We want to see time that's going to mimic who you are in a quick and positive result. Okay. So when you're doing your message, make sure that you are standing straight up. It's so funny. People slouched over and tell other people how they're doing, but they're looking at their shoes. So give good eye contact when you're delivering these messages. And if it's over the phone, make sure that you're focused on what the conversation is. I used to work at this place called Ace Hardware, and I did this for just a time bit. And somebody asked me to fix something. So I said I could probably, or they wanted to fix something. So I said, let me think about it for a little bit and I'll get back to you. Because a lot of times I'll put stuff in the back burner and then all of a sudden it'll come to me on how to fix it. While I was discussing another problem with a customer that needed some help with something, all of a sudden I looked at her and she goes, "Are you even paying attention to me?" And I said, "Yes, I am, ma'am. I was thinking about what you're saying, because I was there in the situation." Be there in that situation. Sometimes it doesn't feel like people are paying attention to you, and they can feel that across the phone, across the email, across anything. So make sure that you're there giving direction on what you're doing and how you're doing it. That's the best advice I can give you when it comes to marketing yourself. You want to be confident. Confidence builds character. Clarity builds confidence, and confidence leads to getting the sale. And we're all salesmen, believe it or not. And it takes, as the Ringley's brothers said once, that it takes 7 times before someone actually grabs onto something. That's why they used to put billboards up all over the entire town, because they didn't sell it until someone saw it at least 7 times. So when you have your employees and stuff, make sure that you call them and make sure that they are saying the message that you want delivered to your customers. And here's a big idea I want you to leave with you today. Clarity leads to confidence. I've already said that. And confidence builds connections. Connections also build connectivity, which helps you market and gives you better networking skills. You don't need to be loud or flashy or clever. You just need to be clear and true to who you are as a business. Okay. And for me, that includes my faith. I am a Christian business owner. Matter of fact, I publicized that. Now, has that lost me business? It probably has. I am not going to lie, because I'm putting that out there. And I really believe that Christianity is the way to go, because I think that's the best situation. Love your neighbors, yourself. And even Jesus says in a clear message, I came to seek and save the lost. That's why I have that in my business slogan. And that's part of my message I want people to have. And yes, I guarantee I've lost businesses because of that. I've lost connections because of that. And that is the choice I made. So if you're going to be doing politics and things like that, that might be an avenue that you want to go towards. Just remember that you're losing some business when you're pushing any type of religion or politics. Okay. Just remember that when you're doing certain things and you're leaving that message clear. My job, I really want to help people. That's who I am. That's why I do these podcasts. That's why I'm out there mentoring. I have 15 other people that I mentor. So I challenge you, take time this week to clarify your message. Ask yourself, am I speaking in a way that connects with the customer? Am I inviting people into my story where they can win? Your words matter. Your message matters. And when you get it right, it can open doors that you never even imagined. Well, thanks for listening to Mastering Your Marketing Message. If this episode helped you, I'd love for you to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a friend or business owner who needs to hear it.